الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. أما بعد، فنتابع درسنا في شرح كتاب عمدة الأحكام للحافظ عبد الغني بن عبد الواحد المقدسي رحمه الله تعالى. We'll continue our class in the explanation of the book عمدة الأحكام by الحافظ عبد الغني بن عبد الواحد المقدسي رحمه الله تعالى. ولا زلنا في كتاب الصلاة في باب المرور بين يدي المصلي. We're still in the book of the prayer and we're in the chapter regarding passing in front of one who is praying. قال المصنف رحمه الله عن أبي سعيد الخدري رضي الله عنه أنه قال: سمعت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول: إذا صلى أحدكم إلى شيء يستره من الناس فأراد أحد أن يجتاز بين يديه فليدفعه، فإن أبى فليقاتله فإنما هو شيطان. أورد المصنف رحمه الله هذا الحديث ليبين حكم ما يجب على الإنسان إذا كان يصلي وجاء أحد ليمر بين يديه. So the author رحمه الله mentioned this hadith to point out what is legislated for the person who is standing and praying. If one was to pass in front of him, if one wanted to pass in front of him, what is he supposed to do? What is the person who is praying supposed to do? وقد مر معنا في الحديث الماضي وفي الدرس الماضي ما الذي يجب على الإنسان أنه يجب على الإنسان أن ينتظر وأن لا يمر بين يدي المصلي. هذا في حق المار، في حق المار الذي يريد أن يمر بين يدي المصلي، وهذا حديث في حق المصلي إذا جاء أحد ليمر بين يديه. So in the previous class, in the previous hadith, we spoke regarding, and we took the hadith regarding one who wants to pass in front of one who is praying, and that it is impermissible to pass in front of him, and that he should wait until the person finishes his prayer. And this is in regards to one who wants to pass in front of one who is praying. Now this hadith is regarding the author rahimahullah. After that he mentioned the hadith regarding one who is praying and someone comes to pass in front of him. فإذا دخل المصلي في صلاته وقد وضع أمامه سترة لتستره من الناس، وهذا ما يجب عليه أصلا. If one was to pray, if one starts his prayer and he had actually set an object in front of him to prevent the people from walking in front of him, and this is what is obligatory upon him anyways. أي أنه يجب على المصلي أن يتخذ سترة على القول الراجح من قولي العلماء. It is obligatory upon the person who is praying to have a sutra, to have an object in front of him, and this is a stronger opinion of the people of knowledge. فإذا وضع هذه السترة حتى لا ينقص الناس عليه صلاته بمرورهم بين يديه. So if one was to put this object in front of him in order for the people not to take away some of his reward and some of it distract him away from his prayer by passing in front of him. وأقبل يناجي ربه, and he started worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and calling out to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فأراد أحد أن يجتاز بين يديه فليدفعه بالأسهل فالأسهل. And one wanted to pass in front of him, then let him stop him. He should stop the person who wants to pass in front of him. فالمصلي يمنع المار بين يديه يدفعه بالأسهل فالأسهل. He should stop the person who is trying to pass in front of him with the easiest possible way. فإن لم يندفع بسهولة يسر فقد أسقط حرمته وأصبح معتديا. If one did not stop from passing in front of him, so he tried to stop him from passing in front of him, and he did not stop, and he continued and tried to continue and walk in front of him, then he actually made himself, as they say, and he made it permissible for him to push him harder and to stop him with harshness. والطريق لوقف عدوانه المقاتلة بدفعه باليد. So at that point, the way to stop him from walking in front of him is to push him, and to even if it is that he pushes him with with harshness with his hand. فإن عمله هذا من أعمال الشياطين الذين يريدون إفساد عبادات الناس. Because his action, meaning trying to and insisting on walking in front of him while he's praying, this is the action of the shayateen. This is the action of the devils who want to take away and corrupt the worship of the people. والتلبيس عليهم في صلاتهم. يعني الشياطين هم الذين يريدون أن يلبسوا على الناس في صلاتهم. The devils, Satans, Satan is the one who wants to distract the people in their prayer and take away from their prayer. And so his action, فعمل هذا المار بين يدي المصلي وإصراره عليه دليل على أنه يعمل عمل الشياطين، فإنه في هذه الحالة يجوز له أن يدفعه بقوة. So this action of one who is trying to pass in front of the person who is praying and insisting upon passing in front of him is the action of the shayateen who want to distract the people from their prayer. And therefore it is legislated for him to push him away with, even if it is with hard, in a hard way, يعني, and to push him away with strongly. نعم. فهذا حديث فيه مشروعية السترة للمصلي ليقي صلاته من النقص أو القطع. In this hadith is that we take from this hadith and we benefit that it is legislated for one who is praying to have an object in front of him to protect his prayer from decrease or from being completely cut off and to be completely nullified. وفي الحديث مشروعية قربه منها، قربه من السترة ليتمكن من رد من يمر بينه وبينها ولئلا يضيق على المارة. And this hadith is also an evidence that it is legislated for one who is praying to stand close to his sutra, close to the object he has in front of him, so that he would stop people from passing in front of him, and also that he does not make the pathway for the people tight. وفي الحديث تحريم المرور بين يدي المصلي أو بين المصلي وبين سترته لأنه من عمل الشيطان. In this hadith is an evidence that it is impermissible to pass in front of one who is praying, between the person who is praying and the object that he has in front of him, because this is the action of the shaitan. وفي الحديث منع من يريد المرور بين المصلي وبين سترته ويكون بإشارة أو تسبيح أولا فإن لم يندفع من منع أو منع ولو بدفعه لأنه معتد. And also in this hadith is that it is legislated to stop the person and prevent the person who is trying to pass between the person who is praying and the object he has in front of him with the least possible way. If it is to signal for him that he is praying, or to make tasbih, say subhanallah for example, then that is what he should do. And if he continues and insists and tries to pass in front of him, then he should push him, because that person, the one who is trying to pass in front of him, is assaulting him. This is a form of an assault, and therefore it is permissible for him to stop that assault by way of pushing him away. نعم. قال القاضي عياض: والاتفاق على أنه لا يجوز له المشي في مقامه إلى رده لأن ذلك في صلاته أشد من مروره عليه. إذن لا يجوز له المشي في مقامه، يعني يمشي إلى مكان الذي سيقطع عليه المار صلاته ليمنعه. نعم. And the people of knowledge, Al-Qadi Iyad and other than him, they say that he should not walk as to prevent him, because this is worse than him passing in front of him. This is more distracting, and rather while standing in his place. وفي الحديث أن المدفوع لو تسبب موته من الدفع فليس على الدافع ذنب ولا قود لأن دفعه مأذون فيه وما ترتب على المأذون فيه غير مضمون. The people of knowledge, they say that one who is praying and someone comes to pass in front of him and he tries to stop him and he does not stop, and he insists and he pushes him and he hurts him, or to the point of killing him because of this push. The people of knowledge, they say, of course, Islamically, religiously, is not held responsible, is not held accountable, because that is a legislated and a permissible push that he pushed him. So even if it causes him to be hurt, or to become injured, or to the point of him, for example, falling and dying, then he is not held accountable and he will not be responsible. Now, وفي الحديث أن الحكمة في رده ألا يقع في الصلاة خلل ولألا يقع المار في الإثم. Also in this hadith, the reason why he pushes him and stops the person who is trying to pass in front of him is that in order for the prayer not to be for the person who is praying, rather not to be distracted, where it reduces and takes away some of the reward for the prayer, and some of the takes away his concentration on the prayer. And likewise, for the person who is passing, that he would not sin and fall into disobedience. وفي الحديث ما تقدم من دفع المار ومقاتلته وعدم الضمان في ذلك لمن جعل أمامه سترة، فأما من لم يجعل سترة فليس له حرمة لأنه المفرط في ذلك كما هو مفهوم الحديث. As is clear from the hadith that the Messenger ﷺ, he mentioned passing between the person who is praying and the sutra, the object that he has in front of him. So this is specific for one who has a sutra, one who has an object in front of him. If he did not have an object in front of him, then it is not legislated for him, and he should not stop people from passing in front of him, because he has fallen short. He took away his own right by him leaving off that sutra, leaving off putting an object in front of him. وفي الحديث أن مدافعة كل صائل تكون بالأسهل فالأسهل فلا يجوز مبادرته بالشدة حتى تنفذ وسائل اللين. والصائل طبعا هو كل من اعتدى. فمثلا كما ذكر أهل العلم، لو دخل لص إلى بيت الإنسان فإنه يحاول أن يدفعه وأن يبعده بأيسر طريقة، ولا يلجأ مثلا إلى قتله إلا إذا استنفذ الطرق الأخرى، فإنه إذا احتاج لأن يقتله مثلا أو أن يعني يهجم عليه، وأن هذا في الدفاع عن النفس، هذا خاص في الدفاع عن النفس، فإنه يؤخر ذلك إلى آخر يعني تكون القوة والشدة مثلا، وحتى لو وصل إلى قتله، إلى قتل المعتدي، يكون تكون آخر وسيلة ولا يبدأ بها. Also, we benefit from this hadith is that stopping someone who is assaulting another person should be with the least possible way, with the least possible form of the least possible form of of harm. For example, someone breaks into another person's house, then he should stop him, prevent him and stop him with the least possible way. If he's able to stop him by making him leave, then he should do so. And if he insists and he has to use some form of self-defense, then he should use the least possible form of self-defense, and he should not go and rush into, for example, using a weapon or killing him or the likes until he exhausts all other possible ways. Then in the case of self-defense, of course, if he needs to, then he is allowed to. نعم. وأيضا ذهب الجمهور إلى أنه لو مر ولم يدفعه فلا ينبغي له أن يرده لأن فيه إعادة للمرور. يعني إذا مر ولم يمنعه ولم يستطع مثلا أن يمنعه ومر وانتهى الأمر، هل يعيده إلى المكان الذي كان فيه؟ قال أهل العلم لا يعيده. لماذا؟ لأنه إن أعاده فقد جعله يمر مرة ثانية. So the people of knowledge, they say, if the person does actually pass in front of one who is praying, either he tried to stop him and he could not, or he did not notice him and he passed in front of him, does he make him return and go back to where he was before? No. Because he would be making him pass one more time. He would be making him pass again in front of him. And that is not correct. وذكر ابن دقيق العيد أن المصلي يختص بالإثم دون المار إذا لم يكن للمار مندوحة عن المرور، وقال يشتركان في الإثم إذا كان للمار مندوحة وتعرض له المصلي. Ibn Daqiq al-Eid, rahimahullah, he said, if the person who is trying to pass, he had no other means, no other way other than to pass in front of him, then the sin is upon the one who is praying. For example, that he stood in a place that prevents people from being able to pass, and in a tight place, and the person needs to pass for an urgent matter, then the sin is upon the person who is praying, not the person who is passing. And if the person who's passing in front of him, he had another option, another place, another way, another way of passing, then they both are sinners in that case. أيضا في الحديث أن العمل إذا كان في الصلاة لمصلحتها فإنه لا ينقصها ولا يبطلها لأنه شيء جائز، يعني مثل مدافعة المار. Also we benefit from this hadith is that if the action was acting something other than that is not a part of the prayer, however it is to correct the prayer, it is for the benefit of the prayer, then it does not reduce the reward of the prayer and does not take away from the person's prayer, nor does it nullify the prayer, because it is something that is permissible, such as in this case stopping someone who's trying to pass to the point of pushing him. This is a prayer, this is an action that is not a part of the prayer. This is an action that is not a part of the prayer. However, it is for the correctness of the prayer, and therefore it is not impermissible, and rather it is legislated, and it does not take away from the person's prayer. وهذه بعض فوائد الحديث، ونكتفي بهذا بإذن الله تعالى. Those are some of the benefits of this hadith, and we'll conclude with this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allows us to. ونكتفي بهذا المقدار، وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك، أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت، أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.